Hello everyone, thanks to be there, thanks SkillCorner, PySport. I'm Antoine and I decided to do analytics part. So in the rules of the challenge, they mention innovate sport analytics with cutting-edge data, with cutting-edge tracking data. So I tried it as facilitate the exploration and comparison of data, so facilitate the data analyst daily job. That means to create a fluid user experience, unified data, to improve decision, to adapt decision for data analysts. And how can we do that? With interactivity, with filters, with good charts, simple charts to facilitate the daily job of data analysts. So you must have a good comparison and exploration. So if you want to get it, you must have some context. So with SkillCorner's data, you have a phase of play, events, you have data, temporal data, you can compare player, team. So if you want to do that, you must make some context, not only print some metrics or other things, you must explore context. Like if you want to compare two players or the player himself against the 6 last months, on a specific phase of play or specific events. So you must create an interface, simple interface with interactivity. So how create those charts? It's always a discussion between the field expertise and some research. So you must to make the best mix of both. To take a decision that adapts. What is my process? I always start with Figma because I imagine the user journey, and Figma is a modeling tool that allow to make simple shape and imagine the interface pretty well. So that's my process, and here is the time for live demo. So I choose to split it in two parts, so the collective and individual analysis. So imagine we know anything about Australian Championship. We could start at the team analysis to find a team to explore. So it's a bit no, it's okay. Maybe you have a classic two-dimensional exploration team. Like if you over the Melbourne City, who seems to be the best one for those two matrix. You can see the game against other team. Like for Melbourne, you can see the MacArthur stats on those specific metrics. So we can go explore this game and find, if it works, find Melbourne. No, that's not this one. That's the demo effect. Sorry. Can someone help me?
I think it's the one.
No?
I think it's the one.
Yeah, that's the one, okay. All right. And so, for example, if you want to explore this game, you have data merged from phase of play, events, and so here is the interface. You can play the tracking data, and all filters are interactive. So if you want to explore a specific event, you can go on the right to explore them. You can use charts to go to a specific moment of the play. You can play different speed, the tracking data. You have, for the moment, I'm aware that those elements can be enriched. For example, the event, it's quite boring to search those events manually. So obviously we can imagine some other interface, some other interaction to improve this part. We can imagine also explore and identify a specific player. So you can imagine go in the player analysis and search for a player if you have identified one in the collective part, or if you know any player, you can go to scouting part. For example, so I had the idea of SkPy, so it's a mix of SkillCorner, PySport, and KPI. So if you want to create your metrics, where I broke the job of data scientist because I create a metric of metrics. So that's a subjective metrics. But if you want to add some weight to some metrics, you can select and have interactivity on it. You can also filter by position on the field. Imagine compare these two players. You can compare them in their ranking in a specific metrics. So, for example, we have Thomas Akela or Keegan Jedasic. So we can look at them and compare these two players. We have classic data over players, but I inspire myself from YouTube video from SkillCorner. That's a chart from SkillCorner, but I want to make it interactive, so you can compare players with this technique, go on different event type, for example. So that was my demo. This is the end of the demo. I'm going back on it. That was, yeah. So to remember, the main goal is to facilitate the daily data analysis job. So a quick remember. First, reports were made manually. So you're looking for data manually and put them in some tools with Canva or PowerPoint, for example. Then automatic reports arrived thanks to Streamlit or Shiny, and some library help us to apply it with soccer. So you can personalize with these tools, but it can be long, repetitive, and you cannot really explore with interactivity. So that's why today in clubs, someone are using Tableau, Power BI, Looker, Click, other pay tools, so pay solutions. So that's why I want to use D3JS. It's an open source library that it's a JavaScript library that we can build some interactive tools thanks to that. Open source tool exists with Streamlit. You can create your own component in JS, and that's why Python is so good for that. But I don't see for the moment Python soccer library with interactivity. So the drawbacks of this solution is that you're a bit dependent of the design, the global design of the application. So we can imagine that's already the case in some company, linked them to LLM. So to explore data, like you consume data and have a quick answer, but not like ChatGPT, like you ask question, you have your answer. We may think about a mix of interactivity and LLM. So you ask a question, you got a chart or an interface, and you can explore in this interface and ask other questions. But you will have the feeling of consuming data, maybe, and never going back on it again. So why not imagine, like it's already done in some domains of data, have some history, some versioning of your exploration of data, and to get some patterns of exploration data. Sorry. Oh, I don't have my last. Okay. Okay, so I will say it. So there is if you have pattern of exploration, you can imagine like Airflow or N8N blocks of orchestration. You can imagine to make some blocks of exploration to be more fast in your data exploration. So thank you, and thanks for organization. Thanks everyone.